Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to take a walk and talk about how it all started. I'm going to title this one A Story of Love, Loss, and Red Flags. So I met this guy on Facebook dating around June 3rd of 2023. I hit the heart at the bottom of the connection screen and we were an instant match. We spoke on the phone and texted just about every day. We were inseparable. He was my soulmate. He was originally from Bronx, New York. He told me he had moved there with his then girlfriend. She asked him to come out there. They had a house together and things were going really well for them until our family moved in. According to him, they were messy, inconsiderate, and he felt overwhelmed. When he tried to express how he felt, it was an argument after argument after argument until she put him out. In the middle of all that, I guess he turned back to dating apps for some kind of connection. That's when he met an older woman and he became friends with her. And eventually they dated for 2 years and then a relationship followed. When we met, he told me he was living with someone and they were over and he was looking for a new start. He seemed real and was very open with me and showed me a lot of love. I noticed some habits that didn't seem like a big deal at first. Every time I would pick him up, he'd come out with this black cup. I think it was like a Stanley cup or something like that. I didn't question it. I carried a cup too. Hey, we old. I have high blood pressure and low iron, so I always need to stay hydrated. But one day, curiosity got the best of me and I checked it. It smelled like alcohol. Still, I really liked this man. I don't know what it was. There wasn't anything wrong with having a drink or two, but why bring it with you? All questions I probably should have asked myself at that time. But he was so charming, kind, sweet, and seemed just like an innocent drink, so I ain't say much. Eventually, I brought him into my world. He opened up and he told me he didn't have a place of his own, no car, nowhere to go, and he was just trying to get back on his feet while falling in love with me. I told him I just came out of a relationship myself, and I told him I needed space to fully close the chapter before I could start something new. He said he understood and I respected where he was coming from. At the same time, I was dealing with some heavy personal things. I had just lost my mother in April of 23, and I was preparing to sell our family's home in New Jersey. I made a decision. I invited him to come with me for 6 months. I told him you can get a fresh start. I work from home so you can use my car, find a job, save you some money. The plan was for us to build and help each other reach our goals. We went to New Jersey, stayed at my mom's house for a while. For a minute, it felt good. He worked, he helped me out, and I really believe this man loved me. He even said he could see me as his wife in the near future. When we got to New Jersey, he said he wanted to move to New Jersey and stay in my mom's house and save money. I wasn't with it. For one, I had an emotional connection to the house. I couldn't sleep or eat because it reminded me so much of my mom. Also, I couldn't do that to my daughter. She was enrolled in a great school in North Carolina, and I moved there to give her a better life. But guess what? That's when things shifted. I must have stated something that triggered him. He told me I emasculated him by saying I couldn't move. The real reason I brought him to New Jersey in the first place was to give us privacy to get to know each other before bringing him around my children. I wanted him to be a part of my life. I invited all of my first cousins to my mom's house to meet him, the man who I called my soulmate. That day we cooked, we cleaned, we set up karaoke. It was gonna be a beautiful night until my cousin walked in. I introduced the two of them and he said, "So you're my cousin's soulmate?" He smiled and said, "Yeah, that's me." Later that night, she pulled me aside and told me to leave him alone. She said, "He is a scammer. You don't know the streets like I do." What does any woman in love do? They defend the person. And I said, "Okay, suit yourself." Told her she was wrong about him. He was a good person, but she insisted. "I know what I see," and she walked away. Later on that evening, the two of them ended up getting into a heated argument. She stated he made her feel uncomfortable. My cousin stormed out. I found her on the porch crying because her anxiety was high, as she said. And in that moment, the red flags started waving in my face. But I ignored them. But I did question, why was he going back and forth with the woman? Was it ego? Was it control? If he yelled at her like that, would he one day yell at me? Would this be my life? Was this how things would go every time someone questioned him or make a joke? I didn't have the answers then. I just knew something wasn't right.